I think she's going to answer.
We're live, Mark.
She better answer.
Hi, thanks for calling.
We're live.
Novak from Novak Properties. I will endeavour to return your call within the hour. Thanks so much.
The baking of Lisa Novak. Lisa, 50 years, her birthday today, a celebration. Let's have a chat about the life of Lisa.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
Episode 605.
Episode 605, and we've got Lisa Novak live.
Oh, my God.
Hey.
How are you? Yes.
Yes. Hello, guys.
Hi, Lise.
I have to say this is a very different day to any other. I'm lying in bed, which in itself is a feat at 7:46, because usually I've done 3 hours of work, with champagne and coffee and 1,000,001 messages. Couldn't be a better start to a birthday.
Wow. With this episode's in tribute of you, it's called The Baking of Lisa Novak.
Oh, God. I hate to think what the ingredients are in that cake.
That's what we're going to be unpacking today. But we won't. If you want, you can stay on the whole show, or we can just have you for a couple of minutes. And we just wanted to find out a little bit more about what you're doing on your birthday.
What am I doing today? Well, the day started with 2 beautiful children, like absolutely the best girls any mum could ever wish for, made up a memory book. I mean, could you actually get a better present? Filled with gorgeous messages, and I opened the book and burst out crying. So it started with lots of tears. It is a big birthday, so, I think all birthdays need to be celebrated. Birthdays have always been really, really important in our family as well. I think it's the one day of the year that you actually do need to just stop and really, smell the roses and do a 360-degree pan of your whole life and just, stop to enjoy things. So they are a really big deal. What else is planned for today, Marky Mark? We're going out for breakfast. We've got some friends joining us. I was just on the phone now, guys, to a friend from America, a really close girlfriend of ours, and she said to me, how amazing that they stopped COVID for you in Australia and lifted all the restrictions. So extremely lucky that that's the case. And then a really big celebration on Saturday night. We have a big party. But most of all, just surrounded, honestly, and as cliche as it may sound, but just surrounded by lots of friends and family, because, Mark, we work ridiculous hours and we don't often have time, right, to do lots of that. So I'm really looking forward to that most of all.
I can see in Billy's eyes, he's got some big questions to ask you, very quickly, fast, direct questions.
I love how you guys haven't put me on a video, thank God, because if you saw the way I looked right now, it's not very pretty. It's not very pretty. Jade's cringing. She's like, Mum, do not make me say anything. Jade's our youngest daughter. She's like, do not make me say anything.
Billy.
Good morning, Lisa. Happy birthday, first of all. We thought we'd bring you on. There's no better, I'm sure there's no more important call you'd rather than a Morning Minutes episode on the special day.
Absolutely.
Luke Maroney says...
I love my morning minutes. I love my morning minutes.
Luke Maroney says you're born again. How does it feel?
It's funny because you turn, obviously, you do a lap around the sun every year, but there's something different about 50. And I said that last night. Mark and I actually sat outside, didn't we, Mark? And we had a toast at midnight, which was beautiful. And I said, no, this year does feel different. I think you get to 50 and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I don't know if I'm still old enough and young enough to do it. Whereas every other year in the lead up, I felt that. I think there's, it's a huge milestone. It's a huge milestone. But it's more than that, Billy. I think you just got to, you've got to work out what sort of place you're in when you get to these milestones. And I've always lived by the motto that you've just got to live without regrets, and that's a really important thing. Really important thing. And I can, like, hand on my heart say that I live without regret.
That's beautiful.
And Lisa, is it true that I was your best present at 50?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry to the kids.
And Lisa,
that beautiful girls.
And Lisa, the last 50 years pretty cool. What's happening the next 50 years? You decided?
The next 50 years, I think I've spent the last 50 years winding up. Maybe the next 50 years we'll be working out how to wind down a little bit, maybe. Not yet though, guys. I'm not ready for that just yet. I still feel like I'm kind of winding up. I think, and again, it sounds a bit cliche, but just working out a little bit of a better balance. It's a question a lot of people ask all the time, like, how do you balance things? And there is no balance, but just working out maybe how to do that a little bit better. A bit more time with friends and family, lots more work, obviously love what I do, but just a bit more time to enjoy other aspects of life as well.
And Lisa, did you always want to marry a guy like, no, joking, did you always want to be a real estate agent?
Yes, my whole life. So actually, no, I lie. Before the dream of becoming a real estate agent, I actually wanted to be a news reporter. That's a true story. But I kind of missed that calling because I didn't realise that you had to know lots about politics. And when I went and sat for a scholarship at News Limited when I was 18, the whole paper that I had to fill out was about politics, and I got up and left and never came back. But straight after that, it was real estate, true story, and it was something I'd wanted to do my whole life.
So when you married me, were you setting me up for your career when you get older? Or was that?
Oh, did you only just work that out now, Mark?
User.
That's it. How else was I meant to get to real estate, Mark?
Billy, what do you reckon?
It's impressive. Very smart. You've been, you didn't even see it coming, Mark. It's only it's taken you however long.
Right. What a cunning mind. What a cunning mind I have. You didn't even see it coming, Billy, hey?
Yeah.
Well, no longer.
No.
No wonder you're such a great agent. If you can pull the wool over Mark's eyes, you can, no wonder you get such great results.
That's it, exactly. It's all in the sales. But no, like really, really looking forward to having a beautiful day and just, a great year ahead. And I do think it's important that, we do stop to just enjoy these moments. Mark, in our family, birthdays are a really big thing. And, whatever that means to you. Like today, the one thing I said was I don't want it to be a really, really hectic day because life is hectic for us. So for us to just stop and enjoy and just, have a quiet day with family and friends is a real treat. So I was like, if we organised a dinner or anything, I'd rather just do, just hang out at home and spend time with family and friends. So I'm looking forward to that.
Billy's mum wishes you a happy birthday as well.
Oh, thank you.
Shirkin's 50 years wiser. Jeff Luby wishes you happy birthday. Michelle Cheney, Luke Moroney, Rosie Sullivan, Anthony Johnson. Look at these beautiful people.
How awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. I really do. But looking forward to a great year ahead. But yeah, for some reason, 50 does feel a little bit different. And I know people say it's just an age, but it's only an age. But it's not. It's not. It's all about where you're at when you get to these milestones. Like I think that's a huge thing. And people talk about midlife crisis and things like that. I don't know about that kind of stuff. I think it's all, again, what you've done with your life in the lead up to those milestones. And I've always said, as I said earlier, you've got to live without regret. That's a really important thing.
And Lise, would you attribute your happiness at 50, 95% to your husband or 90%?
You should give yourself more credit, Mark. I was thinking more
100%.
99.99%.
Yeah. And also, Billy, What advice at 50 would you have for someone like Billy at 18, 19?
Don't live life too fast. Like, you've actually got to really live in the moment. Like, if you're 18 and you actually will beyond your years, Billy, but you've got to make sure that you still enjoy doing things that 18-year-olds would do. Like, make sure that you're always having fun. My girlfriend just said to me now, I was just on the phone to one of my really good friends from Chicago, and she said to me, we haven't grown up, have we, at all? Like,
Everyone says that, eh?
And
Yeah.
how awesome. But there are lots of things that have changed. Like, life gets bigger, life gets faster, life gets harder, and life gets easier, like, all at once. But, we'll never stop having fun, ever. And that's the reality. Like, yes, I've got a 50-year-old head on my shoulders, and Billy, you've got an 18-year-old head on your shoulders, but you should still be doing things that 18-year-olds enjoy. Do you know what I mean? But again, like, the biggest thing is never live with regret, ever. Like, never look back and think, I should have done that. You've just got to make sure, just do it.
And Lise, what's your biggest accomplishment in life, like, besides me? What was... just joking. What would be your biggest thing that brings you happiness and your biggest accomplishment in life, if that could be one question?
Well, that would have to be family. Like, that's got to, there's that is the most important thing. So children, the two amazing kids that we've had, who incidentally have made me the most incredible book. I mean, seriously unbelievable. They just made me the most gorgeous book full of photos and beautiful things that they've written in there. They're the best. They're the biggest accomplishment by far. And then, like, Mark, I think just really like how I've lived my life. Like, we were saying this last night, we were having a drink at midnight. And how amazing that, to go through life and not have enemies, and lots of friends and family around you, go through life without people hating you or they're after you for something. Like, I'm actually really, really proud of what I've achieved being at this age. I am. Career-wise, how we've raised children, how we are to one another, Mark, how we treat our parents, friends. Yeah, I feel very proud.
I think to be at any birthday, to be content is probably the biggest gift, isn't it? Whatever that means to different people.
Yeah. Like, even just organising a party on Saturday night and not having to say, well, if your mum's going to be there, my mum won't be able to come. Like, to know that everyone can celebrate together, everyone is harmonious and respectful, and, I love that. And that's not, and I recognise that that's not normal. Like, a lot of people don't have that, and I recognise that. And I'm really grateful for it. And I know that sounds cheesy and cliche, guys, but that's the truth. That's the reality. And the beautiful thing is that what you guys see and hear on Novak News every single morning, when we do our social media and all of that, the stuff that you see, that is exactly how we are. Like, we don't pretend to be anything else. And that is exactly how we are. And, like, I think that's friggin' awesome.
Jeff Luby says, growing old is compulsory, growing up is not.
Yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. So, guys, thank you. I feel very very chuffed that this segment has been done in my honour. Thank you very, very much. I really do. I'm looking forward to having a beautiful day.
Billy, any killer questions? You've always got killer questions.
I've got one more. Mark's only got 5 years left before he gets to that point. What's in the lead up? What advice have you got for him, Lisa?
Wow, these are tough questions, guys.
Yeah, Billy asks tough. He asks tough questions. He does.
Again, like, it just comes back to just living without regret. And Mark and I are really united on that, aren't we? Like, Mark's favourite saying is, will it matter in 10 years? And I think you've got to really just think forward so that you know exactly where you're heading. You know, when you like go to do something and you think, oh, like today, you know, like with our youngest daughter, she's got to go to school and do some stuff. Mark's like, stuff it. This is much more important. You know, like it's her mum having her 50th. Like, and that's the question is, you know, and you're so good at doing that, Mark. Will it matter? Will it matter in 10 years? So I think you've always got to fast forward in your mind to know exactly where you're heading. So just keep asking yourself those questions.
Bit older, a bit wiser. It's admirable, the career, family, and Mark, you're not quite there, mate, yet, but you've got 5 years.
It's got 5 years, and we should never grow up. You still got to remember to have fun, you know, like as full on as we are with our career, you've always got to remember to have fun. You're never too old to do that. Incidentally, my mum is turning 75 on Friday.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, talk about like, you know, always remembering to have fun. She worked her butt off. She's been extremely successful. As long as I can remember, Mum and Dad, my dad passed away 11 years ago, but as long as I can remember, my mum has been an absolute powerhouse. But I tell you what, she knows how to have fun. And my God, if I'm going to turn out anything like her, I will be one extremely happy girl. She's incredible. Absolutely. We'll have to get her on the show one day. She's unbelievable. She's smart. She's funny. She's loving. She's the best grandma. She's the best mum. Isn't she, Mark? She's the best mother-in-law.
She's a corker.
She's I tell you what, she's got energy from here to tomorrow. She'll run us off our feet. So, you know what, if I'm anything like her, my God, I'll be a very lucky girl.
Happy birthday, Lisa Novak. And
Thank you, guys.
The baking of Lisa Novak.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
See you, Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Billy, what do you reckon?
That was lovely. A very, very well-deserved episode. We've got loads of comments there. I think the viewers loved it, Mark.
Thank you for today. And to roll out, I've got a different pre-roll. Post-roll.
Okay, play it.
Very, very special day. Because today is somebody's birthday. Whose birthday is it, Bonzo? Is it Mickey Mouse's birthday? Is it Donald Duck? No. Is it Humpty Dumpty's, Bonzo? No, you guys. It's Lisa's birthday. And we're going to sing the birthday song, okay? Clap your hands and stamp your feet.
Have a great day, Billy.
Have a cracker, guys. Thanks, Mark.
Take care. See ya.
Cause everybody's gonna sing your birthday.
Oh, Jade, my daughter's in the car. She loves it.
It's a cracking song. Play it out.
I reckon, Jade.
Everybody sing and dance
See you, legends.